What's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the ZON coming at you once again. It is Friday, March 4th, 2022. And I'm making this video a day late, but I didn't really have time to do it yesterday. But I wanted to make sure I made this kind of video because yesterday marks the 5th anniversary, the 5th birthday of the Nintendo Switch, man. Can you believe it's been 5 years, man? 5 fucking years, dude. I know exactly where I was, what I was doing. I remember launch night like if it was just yesterday. Every fucking thing that was going on, everything that I was into at that moment. Man, it was just a great fucking day, man. Great fucking night. But because I went on March 2nd and stayed till midnight when midnight release. But man, 5 years, man, and the amount of gaming content we have received in those 5 years, bro. Honestly, man, like you guys know me, man. I'm a Nintendo diehard, been so since I was a kid, man. Since I was a jit. I've seen Nintendo come and go with console after console, the handhelds, which I, even though I didn't care about the handhelds all that much, I was there for that. And I can honestly say, man, the Wii, for example, bro, Nintendo came with software left and right, some of the best installments of their tried and true big time franchises were on the Wii. Even the Wii U, while they were struggling, there was no third party support. They were there basically making the Wii U survive and last as long as it did on the strength and on the back of their own software and their own IPs. Some of the greatest Nintendo games ever on the Wii U. All of that. Super Nintendo back in the day when they were just kings, dude, and they were just fucking with the first and third party. I have to say, bro, despite their shortcomings and their faults, and there are many, bro, the Switch, this generation, this console, I haven't seen Nintendo come with as much content overall as they have this generation. These last 5 years, I mean, think about it, man. We got, just off the top of my head, because I'm driving, but, bro, just off the top of my head, we got, bro, Legend of Zelda, Mario, Metroid, back in the limelight, Kirby, Smash Brothers, Splatoon, fucking, let me think what else, there's way more. I'm just fucking, like I said, I'm driving. Donkey Kong, Pikmin, new IPs like Astral Chain, Luigi's Mansion. I mean, bro, like, the Switch, bro, like, there is the majority of Nintendo's big time franchises, and even some of their lesser known franchises, have representation on the Switch. I mean, yeah, we could always complain like we always do, and like I always will continue to do until they finally bring back, give me my goddamn Wave Race, give me my Pilot Wings, give me my F-Zero, give me my Star Fox. But goddamn, Metroid, that hasn't seen the fucking light of day on the Wii U, was completely absent. We got Metroid Metroid Dread, which is just fucking phenomenal, and Metroid Prime 4 is still a thing. We'll see whenever the hell it comes out, but it's in development. So it's like you got 2 Metroid titles that are going to be on this console. You got 2 Legend of Zelda games, 3 actually. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and now later this year, we're getting the sequel to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is just the greatest game of all time, by the way. Man, you got Mario Odyssey. Before it's all said and done, I think we're going to get a Mario Odyssey too, but as of right now, we got Mario Odyssey, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Mario, Paper Mario Origami King, Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury. I mean, shit, man. I mean, the Switch is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Nintendo Switch Online, the service as far as connectivity and features sucks, but the content is worthwhile because you have your normal online connection, which is fine unless you play Wii U Online. Everybody charges for online, so I can't fucking fault Nintendo for finally charging for online. But you also get access to NES, SNES, Sega Genesis, and 64. Like, yo, they have kicked so much ass, man, and it's a beautiful thing. Even though this is the generation where I made the jump to be more of Xbox than Nintendo, even though Nintendo still, the Switch is always going to ride with me. Nintendo's always going to be with me. But even though this is the generation where I bumped Nintendo down to my number 2 instead of my number 1, this generation has been amazing. It's just Xbox has stepped up in a whole different way, bro. Microsoft has done shit that, like, you know, every gamer has, at least this here gamer has always wanted to see, like a subscription service that's kind of like Netflix that gives you access to fucking hundreds and hundreds of games, you know. But Nintendo's IPs and the love and the care that they take for their IPs, and so when you get a Nintendo, Animal Crossing, that's another one. Jesus Christ, bro, the Switch is crazy. Like the care that they take with their IPs. So that when you get a Nintendo IP, you get a Nintendo game made by Nintendo, no matter which one of their franchises it is, you know it's going to be quality. No matter what, dude. No matter what. Like, you can't say that about Microsoft or Sony, you know what I'm saying? Microsoft, as much as I love them, when there's a Halo coming out or they're, you know, one of their games, it's like, oh my God, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I'm pulling for them. And more often than not, it is. But you don't have that confidence that, like, okay, this is guaranteed to be good. You only have that with Nintendo. Like Nintendo, like, yo, a Zelda's coming out. Nigga, we got no doubt. We got no doubt. That's gold. That's certified gold. A Mario's coming out. It's gonna be perfection. It's gonna be platforming perfection. You know, Splatoon's coming out. Oh my God, online madness. You have no idea. Multiplayer chaos. This is gonna be great. Smash Brothers, nigga, please. Like, there's no doubt. Mario Kart, please. Bro, whenever Nintendo does something with one of their franchises, you know it's going to be quality. At the very least, you may not know anything else, but you know the game is going to be fucking quality. And that's what it's been for 5 years now, bro, on the Switch, bro. They have just been kicking ass. Now, and while I don't buy this bullshit that Nintendo keeps trying to push, oh, we're halfway through the life cycle, meaning we have another 5 years to go. No, we don't. No, we don't. And even before the leak, Nvidia's leak the other day where they got, you know, hacked and, you know, people saw the data about the new Switch and the new chip and all that shit. Even before that, I was like, yo, the Switch has got maybe 2 years left. You know, this year, 2022, is going to be, you know, I've heard other people say it, OG from Player Essence and you know, many other people, and I'm not just parroting them. I thought that myself, and I still do. 2022 is going to be the last major year where they just kick ass with like bro, like endless support and fucking like a 2017 repeat, basically. Just a lineup of stunners and blockbusters coming out this year. This will be the last year the Switch has like that. 2023 will be a lot more calm. Still some good games coming out, but more calm, you know, more sparse as far as the games, because 2024 the new Switch is launching. I'm telling you right now, 2024 the new system is launching, and I've felt like that for a good year plus now, and I still believe it. So when they say they're halfway through the life cycle, yeah, like bullshit. You know, they gotta say that because they want the system to keep selling. They don't want you to stop buying Switches and start saving money for the new console, you know, 2 years in advance. They don't want that. They want to keep their sales going. They want to keep printing money. So, but man, like, Switch has been phenomenal. You know, this being the 5th anniversary, 5th birthday, we're going into the 6th year now. I can't remember the last time I had a Nintendo console that was 6 years in. You know, 5 years in the books, we're in the 6th year, was this strong and this had this much momentum. Usually by now, Nintendo consoles are fizzling out because the new one's getting ready to launch. You know, and I know the chip shortage, maybe they wanted to launch a Switch 2 or whatever they're going to call it next year, and they're going to wait till 2024 because of the chip shortage. We all know the chip shortage is affecting everybody. But it's like, man, usually in the last year to 2 years of a Nintendo's, you know, console's life cycle, it has nowhere near the momentum the Switch has. It has, you know, very few games and you know, few and far between spread out, and it's usually dying out. Like, look at the Wii. The Wii was amazing, dude. But after the 3rd to 4th year, when it got into the 5th and 6th year, like right there, it was like barren. The only thing we had in 2012 for the Wii was Skyward Sword. That was it. That was it all fucking year. You know, like, I'm telling you, bro, Switch, like, Nintendo, through all their ups and downs throughout the history of their time and their you know, their presence in the gaming industry, I think they finally figured it out, bro. And they got the formula down pat where it's like, yo, like, nobody can fuck with Nintendo, dude. Like, yo, Sony can sell mad systems, Microsoft can have millions and millions of subscribers on Game Pass, and all that is all well and good, and I cheer for both, and I want both to do good. Nobody can fuck with the Disney of video games, nigga. Nintendo is Disney. Like, It's just a done deal, man. So yeah, man, I just wanted to get on here and give some love to the Switch and to Nintendo. Congratulate them on 5 amazing fucking years. Yeah, there's plenty of shit to work on. There's plenty of shit to improve. That most of it they never will. But let's be real. But despite all that, you still love them. Despite all that, you still love them, and you still show up. If you're any kind of fan like myself, on day one, every time they drop a new system, day one, right there. You know what I'm saying? It's just the quality, man. The quality, bro. We're talking about the certified, bona fide kings and gods of the industry, dude. They're like no other way to put it. Nintendo is royalty, dude. Royalty. That's why when it's like, oh, the Wii U is not doing good, and oh my God, they're gonna go out of business, they're gonna go third party. No, they're not. You know how many billions they got in the goddamn bank? Nintendo is like the only one that can really afford to have a dud. You know what I'm saying? To me, the Wii U was fucking fantastic. The Wii U was fucking phenomenal. I don't regret a goddamn thing about that system other than what they named it and the way they marketed it. But the system experience and the games, oh nigga, please, that was amazing. But it was a dud financially. The GameCube wasn't much better. Nintendo's the only one that can afford to have a dud like that, and it'd be perfectly fine. They bounce back the next generation with the generation champ. Nothing. PS4, Xbox One, don't touch the Switch. The Switch is killing it in sales. PS5 and Series X ain't gonna touch the Switch. So it's like they're the only ones that can afford that, dude. Like if Sony has a dud of a console, they could be over. Microsoft, Microsoft can afford it technically financially because they just make money. Like Microsoft prints money. But I'm saying like Nintendo doesn't depend on other products and other services. They're literally a gaming company, period, point blank. And yet they can afford to have a dud of a console financially, like commercially, and still be fine. It's crazy. But yeah, man, they're royalty, man. They're royalty. I mean, like, everybody likes to fan the flames of console wars and all that bullshit and fanboys versus fanboys and all that shit. And I like to fuck around with it just because it's funny to see people lose their shit and get all mad over pieces of plastic. But at the end of the day, it's like, Sony and Microsoft as companies, they're competing with Nintendo and they want to beat Nintendo. But they depend on Nintendo for their very existence in the industry. If it wasn't for Nintendo doing what it's done for decades in the gaming space, Sony would have never entered gaming. Microsoft would have never fucking put the money behind an Xbox division to make a console. So, and that's why when Nintendo moves, the industry listens. The industry waits on pins and needles, dude. Sony and Microsoft are no exception. You saw it when before the Switch launched, before the Switch was revealed, before that October event back in 2016, they it was getting ready, like the event was coming up, but we didn't know what it was. It was still called the NX, and both Sony and Microsoft, they're the boss of Sony and the boss of Microsoft, Phil Spencer and I forget the guy's name at the time for Sony. They were both interviewed. But what do you feel about Nintendo and what are they gonna do? What do you think they're gonna announce? Both of them said the same thing. Both of them were like, we're all basically just waiting to see what Nintendo's going to do. And I believe it was Microsoft that said it. I don't remember if it was Sony or Microsoft. One of them said, Nintendo are the innovators of the industry. We react to them. We wait to see what they're going to do, how they're going to innovate, how they're going to move the industry forward, and then we follow suit and we react. They were waiting to see what Nintendo was going to do. And Nintendo was coming off the failure that was the Wii U, so it's like they still, after that financial dud, their competitors who were beating them were still like, we gotta see what the Dons are gonna do. And when they announce what they're gonna do, then we'll know what we're gonna do. That's respect, nigga. That's clout, nigga. That's boss status. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo is, I'm so happy for them, bro. And I'm glad, bro. Like I said, despite the many shortcomings that I can bitch and moan about with the Nintendo Switch and with Nintendo in general, I love my Switch. It goes with me everywhere. I play it every day. And I've had so much content and so much shit to play over these last 5 years. And this is, like I said, we're in the 6th year now. After yesterday, we have begun the 6th year, and there is so much shit coming this year that I can't wait. I already got Pokemon Legends Arceus the beginning of this year, January. Loved it. I'm still going through it and enjoying it. Taking my time with it because, like I said, I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, but the game is so fucking good. So I'm taking my time with it, enjoying it, and experiencing that world. This month we got Triangle Strategy. Not really a big fan of those RPGs in general, but I know that there's a lot of people that are, and they're gonna enjoy it. And I'm like, okay, well, this coming month, March, we just got into March now. Kirby and the Forgotten Lands is coming, and we just had a demo drop for that yesterday, which I played a little bit of it, and it's fucking fantastic. So there's that. We got Splatoon 3 later this year. We got Breath of the Wild 2. I mean, bro, Nintendo, man. Congratulations. Happy birthday. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Peace.